Gulf Coast, people of all ages love going and spending their time at the beach in the sun. Others like to start it early in the spring by using the electric tanning bed. Despite constant warnings of the dangers caused by this electric tanning bed, others still do it anyways. Every activity that I love involves being out in the sun, whether it's from baseball playing in the heat of the summer or going out on the river for a weekend. My mom likes doing these things as well, but she mixes in the electric tanning bed. She has just found out that she has skin cancer, which is basal cell carcinoma skin cancer. I have learned a lot from her battle, and she has a constant warning to always use sunscreen. In addition, I've done extensive research to see what people say out in the field with this degree. I've learned that skin cancer is a threat to who all love the sun. Skin cancer, you should be aware of the dangers and how to prevent it. 3 main points that I'm going to talk to you today about with skin cancer are first the definition and the 3 major types of skin cancer. Second is basal cell carcinoma skin cancer, the type that my mom has. And last is how to prevent it and what you do if you have it. So first, let's look and see what skin cancer is and the most common forms of skin cancer. Skin cancer is an uncontrolled growth of abnormal skin cells. When damage to the DNA goes unrepaired, the skin cells trigger genetic defects, which causes skin cells to multiply rapidly, a form of malignant tumors. The Skin Cancer Foundation says that skin cancer is the most common form of cancer in the U.S. More than 3.5 million people annually receive a diagnosed skin cancer. 1 in 5 Americans will have skin cancer at some point in their life. The 3 major types of skin cancer are melanoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and basal cell carcinoma. First, we're going to look at melanoma. Melanoma, it often appears like a mole and spreads quickly. It can be treated before lymph nodes, and if it is treated before the lymph nodes, it is 100% cure rate. Now for squamous cell carcinoma, it is a common form, and it forms on areas that is open to sunlight. It can grow deep and spread, and the treatment is a whole lot more difficult if it does spread and grow deeper. The next one is basal cell carcinoma. It is the most common skin cancer, and it is on areas that are exposed to the sun. It grows slow and it can grow deep if it's not treated. Now that you know what skin cancer and the most common forms are, basal cell carcinoma is the most common type. Now let's look and let's see the causes and risk factors there are with skin cancer. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, more than 2 million cases of BCC, which is basal cell carcinoma, are reported each year. It forms on the skin and directly exposed areas as far as like the ears, the nose, head, but mainly the nose, but it can form on any part of your body. American Academy of Dermatology and the American Cancer Society says anyone can develop skin cancer. The more common types of people there's a greater risk for people with light colored skin, freckled colored skin, blue and green eyes, red or blonde hair, Using tanning beds is you're at a much greater risk. Lots of sun exposed and no sunscreen. Once you have one type of skin cancer, you're at a greater increase of having another one, a better increased chance of having another one. The American Academy of Dermatology says the cause of BCC is well known to ultraviolet rays from the sun and or tanning beds. Rays damage the DNA that the body tries to repair. The repeated damage cannot repair, which causes skin cancer. Usually after years of sun exposure is what causes the skin cancer. It might happen whenever you're younger, and you might have skin cancer while you're older. BCC at a young age is what American Academy of Dermatology says the skin cancer that younger than 50 years old is normally due to women that use the indoor tanning bed. Now that you know the causes for BCC and the greater risk for developing it, let's look at ways to decrease your chances of developing it and your prevention and early detection of skin cancer. The Skin Cancer Foundation recommends the following precautions. Avoid the sunlight between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. during the day. Do not sit out in the sun and just burn. Avoid using tanning beds if possible. The broad spectrum of sunscreen like SPF 15 and higher. Apply sunscreen on 30 minutes before you go out in the sun, and then apply it every 2 hours while out in the sun. The American Cancer Society said that 32% of Americans use sunscreen and 30 million tan and tanning beds. They also state that skin cancer is the most preventable cancer there is. The Skin Cancer Foundation says that you should examine your skin from head to toe once a month and seek a dermatologist or doctor or expert at least one time a year. Anything on your skin that is growing, bleeding, or changing in color, you should immediately seek a dermatologist. If you find marks that you think are skin cancer and you find them early, it's a better chance to get cured quicker and faster. You may not have had first-hand experience with skin cancer, and I hope that something like this, you've learned something about wearing your sunscreen and avoiding the tanning beds today. And if you have had experience with skin cancer, I hope this is a reminder and a caution to always wear the sunscreen. Today you find out about the importance of early detection and prevention of skin cancer. First, what skin cancer is and 3 major types. Second, more information about BCC. Then lastly, how to prevent it, what you do if you suspect that you have skin cancer. Knowing how to avoid future sun damage is very important in wearing your sunscreen. It lessens the likelihood of developing skin cancer. I hope I have provided knowledge to you what to do if you see something on your skin that you think is skin cancer. Take caution in the sun and always wear your sunscreen.